where he catches the biggest bass.
There we go. Got him. I didn't see him come up, but I saw him go down with it. I saw like my yellow frog. Got him. Got him. Lizard fish.
Big shout out to Anchor for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna show you all this thing in use in the garage. We're gonna make some fishing lures today. I was thinking about the best way to use it, and I was like, before I showed it to y'all, I wanted to make sure, you know, it worked and everything. So I used it for a couple of days out in the backyard, like doing some editing, charging a Bluetooth speaker, you know, just simple paces, but I have not used it for anything big. This thing claims that it can power a refrigerator, microwave, anything under 2400 watts. So I have this huge microwave right here. This is like the one that goes above the oven. We're gonna make some fishing lures out of this thing, and I'm gonna tell y'all some of the specs about it while we do so. This is the Anchor Powerhouse 767. It's ready to power anything. It has a portable and durable design, 4.72-inch wheels, and easy tow retractable handle. Let me tell y'all, this handle is really nice. It doesn't feel like that crappy igloo cooler that your parents used to make you wheel down to the beach when you were a kid. 2048 watt hours, 2400 watts, temperature control system. I used this thing outside for 2 days in a row. I guess Anchor just saved the day because now y'all start getting some fishing lure videos. That's why I stopped doing them, because I didn't have anything to power the microwave. We're gonna plastisol in our measuring cup, put it in there for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and we're gonna see if the Anchor power system can handle 2 minutes and 30 seconds of running that microwave. Put this thing on the back of the kayak, be able to have power all day. Woohoo! Look at that. Got some pink pearl flukes. That's what we're gonna call these. Pink pearl with orange flake. Thank you, Anchor, for making my fishing lure dreams come true today. I haven't been able to do that in a couple of months, and I've kind of been a little bummed out about it, so it was really cool to be able to hook up the Anchor to power the microwave. This thing's gonna be really cool. This thing's gonna be really cool to be able to take on kayak trips with me. I don't know, I'm going back and forth on doing like a camping trip, so this will be perfect to bring along for that. This thing is probably gonna get a lot more use on the channel. Whether you see it or not, you'll probably catch it in the background of some videos charging up some batteries or something like that. Also charging up lithium batteries, because you know some of the hotels you go to, the chargers might not be the greatest. So this thing's gonna definitely get a lot of use here coming up. So if you wanna check out the Anchor 767, I'll have a link down below in the description for you to check that out. So back to today's video. See. By far my extra most bestest favoritist way to catch a bass is on Topwater. We're inside of Bass Pro right now, and we're gonna buy some Topwater lures, and I wanna keep it around $20, and I was like, is there any way you can do a Bass Pro fishing challenge and get like 4 to 5 lures and keep it under $20? And I don't think there is a way, but we're gonna try to do it today. So I'm thinking Topwater. So we got frogs, we got buzz baits, like walking baits and whatnot. We're gonna try to keep it, like, when I say budget, I mean budget, cheap as possible. We're not going anything. Hopefully we don't have to buy a lure over $5 of every category type, but I wanna get like a frog, a buzz bait. We got the frogs over here, we got buzz baits over here. So I wanna do those two things, and then I wanna get like, not really anything too crazy, but something that's kind of like a what? Like a, you know, Topwater rat, or like a, maybe a beaver or something that we can still catch fish on. That's not necessarily like a challenge, but something that's like, I don't know about that. So we're gonna start off here with the frogs, and then we're gonna go over behind me, get a buzz bait, hopefully, and then we're gonna see what else we can pile up in Bass Pro. Cause like, if you really look around and take your time and look through all the aisles, Bass Pro has some pretty crazy stuff sometimes. So we're gonna start off with the frogs and see what they got here. So just looking at the frog aisle, it looks like we're definitely gonna have to stick with one of the scum frogs. I'm pretty sure these are like the first frogs ever made. And I mean, if you look at that, obviously it must work if they're still making them. But they do like pretty cool things. I said do. Every year for the classic, Scum makes like a specialty frog. One year they made like a Matt Robertson frog that had like a flannel and like long blonde hair on it. So we're gonna try to find one. I see the cheapest ones that I see are for $4.29, and the only thing that matters on a frog is the bottom color. So we're gonna try to find one with a cool looking bottom that we think we can also catch fish on. All right guys, so let's see. We're gonna stay budget as possible first, and then we are going to ramp it up. I'm down with that one. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, swag. All right, so we got, Emma helped us out on the first one. We got a good old scum frog, kind of like in a mustard color. Pumpkin seed, excuse me. This is a pumpkin seed scum frog. Next, we want a buzzbait. I don't know if we want a buzzbait or do we want to kind of like get that challengey lure that we were talking about. Oh, these are $4.49. We're gonna get a buzzbait. All right, when you live in Alabama, the best thing that you can possibly throw to catch like big bass and pretty much guaranteed is a black buzzbait. So we're gonna get the good old black.
Booyah!
Booyah. One more time.
Booyah!
Booyah. Booyah.
Buzz.
All right, so that only puts us at like $10, we'll say $11.
So I'm sitting here editing this, and I also got this lizard. You'll see it on the GoPro, but we lost it. Just, I'll leave it at that. The lizard was a challenge. The lizard was the true challenge of the video.
Let's get it. All right, oh, water's warm now. I keep forgetting it's summertime and like the water isn't bad. Like I can stand in it if need be. Not even if need be, just for fun. I can stand in the water. I can do that. Let's see. Come on, kayak. All right, so this is what's supposedly supposed to be my tournament kayak, but and this is still gonna be the tournament kayak, but that native that y'all saw, I broke a steering cable in it, and which seems to be like a common problem upon some more research, because a lot of people say you should upgrade those first thing out of the box. So yeah, that happened, and got a little upset about that because, you know, new kayak, and I was like, oh, had some cool, not necessarily trips, but just like excited to go fish out of it, and then that happened. So kind of got a little frustrated, but at least we have the autopilot and we have other kayaks. So like, that's not the end of the world. That's not an end of the world issue, but I was really excited to hopefully rig that one out to be like the ultimate pond fishing kayak. Like I had that small little backpack and everything, so I didn't have to like transfer my stuff. But since that's currently out of commission and have to get my cables fixed on that, we are on the Old Town. We were gonna fish the tournament that Brandon was in with us on this kayak, but we ended up not doing that just because he was with us, and you know, I'm not sure how that would have worked with me and him both being on this kayak. So let's go. We are here now in the autopilot, and since we are in the autopilot, or since we're blessed enough to have one of these, we are going to use it and take full advantage of it. This kayak is super heavy, just in general, and especially with the 70-pound battery slap in the middle of it. I just feel like that's not good for the longevity of the kayak. All right, let's see. We got this buzzbait. We just got a naked all black buzzbait tied on. No trailer, no nothing. This water's kind of not necessarily dirty. It has pretty good visibility in it, but it's like just dirty enough. We're fishing this buzzbait on the Reboat Rocket. It's a new reel. So let's see if maybe we can't get one to eat. This buzzbait, I have not caught a fish on a buzzbait yet this year, so should be interesting for sure. Trying to go from like highest degree of difficulty to lowest. I feel like honestly the frog's going to be the easiest, and honestly even the lizard might be the easiest. I don't really know about the buzzbait. We do have a little bit of wind today, but buzzbait days for me are like overcast, about to storm in a couple hours, you know, or just like a late evening. It's not really kind of like an 8-9 o'clock thing. Normally, you know, the buzzbait be put up by now, but this little bit of wind should help us. And then also if we can just throw it on top of one's head, I'm sure we can that'll probably help a lot as well. Our setup, this is a Eber Garcia Rebo Rocket. I already said that, but this is a 10-1-to-1 gear ratio reel. Yes, I said that right, 10-1-to-1. Super fast ratio reel. And then we're throwing it on a 7.3 fast heavy rod, which is a little difficult because I broke the back handle off of this rod. So that's how we're pimping today. Still caught a whole bunch of fish off of it. Ooh, that's such a good spot right there. That's a frog spot. I really hope we can get 8 on the buzzbait. I really, really do. I know we'll be able to catch one on the frog. I just don't want the buzzbait to be the last thing, and it's like 11 o'clock and we still haven't caught any fish, so we're out here fishing a buzzbait at, you know, middle of the day. Then also last week was the first like true hot week in Alabama. Like it's still not to the point where it's like unbearable during the day, but like it's definitely past like the spring, you know, that first little wave of heat. Now it's past the cute heat. Now it's like actually hot. The heat's grown up and now it's a pain. To the point where you don't want to be out here at 12 if you don't have to. But I mean, it's still, if you're catching them, it really doesn't bother you. All right, let's see, Mr. Frog, where do you? This is a scum frog. When I think about like OG fishing lures, I think about scum frogs. This frog's like from the dinosaur age in my mind. I bet you they're all in the back part of that grass, like back in there. I bet you there's a bass back there. Where their eats or not, that's on the bass. Ooh, hey, something messed at that. I felt my rod. I don't know what that could have been because it wasn't a fish. Unless it was like a bluegill messing with one of the little appendages on it, because it didn't get ate. Something was just picking at it. Like it could have been like another frog back there, or it could have been like a, I don't want to say it, but like a snake maybe. This frog walks. Frog walks really well. Let's see, Mr. Frog. All right, we're just trying to catch one fish. Maybe we will start off on the frog. Just start off with a confidence bait. Go ahead and get it going, then we'll switch over to the lizard. I don't want to say I'm scared to throw that lizard, but I don't know how much confidence I have in it. I think it can get ate if they eat this frog, but I don't know. Oh, they're blowing up back behind the grass. So y'all are gonna make me cast over all of this to where I cannot see. Sounds about right. All right, well, I guess we're gonna stay close. So there's this patch of grass right here, and then there's like a little, I mean, you could almost probably call it like a ditch of grass back there in the back, and I bet you all the fish are back in there. So that's gonna be interesting today if like that's how they want all of our lures, because I mean, honestly, we might as well get off the kayak and try to walk the bank the best we can. Or I probably should have made this video like a flipping video. There we go. Got him. I didn't see him come up, but I saw him go down with it. I saw like my yellow frog. Let's go, baby. That's a good one too. Oh, he choked it. He choked it. Hopefully they'll choke a lizard too. Let's go, baby. I had to change up my cadence. I felt like I was walking it a little bit too slow. So I was just like, I left the net in the car. But the way he ate this one, I don't think we'll have a problem landing him. Knock on wood after he comes off. And I'm like, no, oh my gosh. Dude, what are you doing? You need to chill. Boom, baby. Boom. Let's go. Thank you, sir. Let's go. Yeah, so I was looking at my cadence and I was walking it pretty slow. Like I was like, I mean, I wasn't even walking it. I was just kind of, you know, popping it, let it sit, pop it, let it sit, pop it, let it sit, which is a fairly slow cadence. And then I was like, let me just speed it up because I can cover a little bit more water that way. And, you know, if I'm not getting bit on this, at least I can know I need to either switch it up or, you know, change for the moment at least. Oh, dude, I got you unhooked. Why are you not coming back? Cool. That's the first one of the day. Nice, solid, pretty fish. Looking like a little 2-pounder or so. One thing you can do whenever you're taking a picture, if you have a big one, shake them a little bit, makes that top fin stand up. I feel like I say that probably about once a week, but it just kind of gives it that extra flair. Sometimes you have to shake it a little hard, like this one's a little lazy, or we can go ahead and put them back. Thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See ya. Awesome, that was so cool. All I saw was my yellow frog just go down. I didn't see the fish or anything like that. I just saw my frog go into the water. It's like, huh, normally when the frog goes under the water, something has to take it because they don't just do that on their own. So that just clued me into, hey, there might be a fish on the end of that. All right, now time for the lizard. Let's go. Thank you, Emma, for the lizard. Ooh, I used to think it was the coolest thing when I first started fishing. I still think it's pretty cool, like whenever you catch a fish, or I wasn't catching fish on frogs, so whenever I see somebody catch one on a frog, and then their hooks would be flipped around. Woo, excuse me. And like they would have to like flip them back around. I was like, man, you know, whenever I can fish a frog, my hooks are gonna be flipped around. And our hooks are just flipped around. All right, we're gonna shut up talking about that. So I'm thinking kind of right now, buzzbait, try the buzzbait kind of like out here in the middle, do some open water fishing with it, because I think out of this pond last year, my buddy Drew was down and we were on the twin troller maybe, or we were on kayaks. I can't really remember. I think we were, Drew, if you're watching this, man, I can't remember what we were doing, but I mean, I think I caught a 5-pounder like off the dock over there. And like, I've never caught a big fish out of this pond, ever. Or I don't think it was this one actually. I think it was another one. Yeah, it wasn't this one. We caught a 5-pounder somewhere. All right, we got the skitter lizard. Let's see about the skitter lizard. We'll be the judge of it today on the channel. If we catch a fish on this thing, 5.5-inch lizard. Well, I'm not even gonna say if we catch a fish on it. If we're able to catch a fish on it, and then if it stays intact, because like the Lunker Hunt Spider, probably one of the best topwater lures I've ever thrown. Like I caught so many fish on it quick. Oh, that doesn't feel too bad. It doesn't look as bad as it does in the package. Like it feels pretty legit. I think we could definitely get 8 on that. I'm just kind of worried about this third like stinger hook or whatever right here. It feels a lot better than what you'd think it would, but also I don't like how this is, I don't know, I don't like how it's not one piece out of the pack. I'm sure there's a reason for that. Hope there'd be a reason for that. See, and then also we're probably not gonna be able to fish this the greatest in these weeds and whatnot. Oh my gosh. Dude, that thing just got murdered right there. And it was flipped over backwards. That was a big fish. Jeez. Did y'all see that? Gosh. That just scared the crap out of me. And the crazy thing is it was flipped over the wrong way. Yeah, that was like a 4 or 5-pounder that just came up and tried to eat that. Okay, so maybe like swimming in open water, because that's how that bite came. Oh, I was not expecting that at all. Well, that was bite number 1 on the lizard. See, that's what I get for talking crap about these lures. I saw that one good. Like I saw the bottom of that one's like neck, chin area. That was a good one. No doubt, for sure. Oh yeah, part number 2. That was an amazing stretch. You know, like that first stretch when you get out of the truck after riding for an hour or so. That was a good stretch. So we have a kayak tournament tomorrow. I'm not at home, so we're fishing out of the kayak with us. I'm not staying at my house, and I have a tournament to fish tomorrow, but I want to fish today. You know, get a couple videos done for y'all. And also, I never finished the $20 topwater challenge. Last time I was out here, I had a bite on this, but I really wasn't paying attention. I was kind of hating on it a little bit. So we still had to catch a fish on this and the buzzbait. I could have just loaded that video with frog catches because we had a pretty good frog blow up that day, but I mean, you know me, I want to I want to try to finish the challenge if at all possible. I think it'd be really cool to say we caught one on that lizard, so we don't have to, whenever we go into Bass Pro again, like it doesn't just stare us in the face and make us feel bad. Got him, lizard fish. Oh, he came off and he was so big. Dude, he was so big. Oh my God, dude, that fish was huge. No. Oh my goodness, dude. Guys, that fish was so big. So big. That was a 4 or 5 pounder. All day, 4 or 5 pounder. No. No. I waited and all. I pinned him good. I waited for him to eat it. Dude, I'm about to give up on this shoot, dude. I'm tired of this. I just can't. Like, I just know, like, I know I can do it. It's just, I know it's probably gonna take me a lot longer than I want to spend on it. Dude, we pinned a good one. Like, we hooked him good and he was in that grass. I think that's the problem with it. Like, if we just had a regular frog without all the appendages and everything, we'd probably be doing a lot better. But I think a lot of these fish are just in the, look at that, he definitely had the tail of that. Look, our tail's ripped.
Chasing a bag, I'm racing the clock. Look at him block, watching him flop. Used to see this in my sleep when I ain't had shit but my thoughts in the car. I really was lost. Now I'm public with the soundscapes.